are live. Let's just do a quick volume check. Apologies if that comes through. Okay, we're live. Live a little bit early. Waiting for New York Open in 1.5 minutes. Just been going through yesterday's trade-in because I royally fucked up, if I'm honest. I wasn't actually feeling great, and I decided to trade anyway. And yeah, really didn't go well. And I have basically blown my funded account, or one of them anyway. Specifically the Top Step account that I have. So that was a bit of a kick in the teeth, but it is my own fault. I didn't over risk per trade as such, but I did go past my daily limit. So I think I was down about $500, $600, which is around about double what I would normally allow myself. So I fucked up there. I traded before the session, which I don't normally do, and I kept my stops way too close. I was trying to be sneaky with the stops, and I just fucked it basically. So because I was trying to risk less to make more, I actually lost more because I was trying to keep my risk to a minimum. I'm not in this trade that you can see, by the way. However, it would have been a nice little short. This is actually a perfect example of absorption. So I'll run through it quickly. We are at the value area high. I think this is a 5-minute value area high as well. That is exactly why you don't trade New York Open, because you get fucking crazy volume comes in, and that would have taken me out. But the general idea of the short, we had the increase in volume on the buy side, but as you can see, we had a divergence between price and volume. So lots of buyers coming in, but the price can't push past this area where the big buyers were. Obviously it has now, because the massive increase in volume, as you can see, that we get from New York Open. So that's one of the reasons I fucked up yesterday, is I traded pre-session. I also had a trade open, I think at open. I think it was break even at the time. I knew it was coming, and it was just a shit trade, if I'm honest. If I'm being blunt, it was fucking shit. So that's where we're at. We're really limited on funds, on funded, but it is what it is. It's all part of the game, all part of this pleasant, peaceful game called trading that we play. We have got some upside targets. So just on the hourly, I think we might cut through this volume gap here and head for the higher target. Actually looks like a pretty solid area for a possible rejection, looking at the profile framing. But on the flip side of that, we could also just be bouncing from this area. Where is it? So as you can see, we've rejected this area multiple times, including yesterday, and what was this, Wednesday, Tuesday, something like that. So I'm going to sit in my hands right now, and I'm just going to wait and see how price plays out. If we get any setups, we'll look to take them, but at the minute, I am just waiting. I want to see how this volume profile pans out. At the minute, we sort of have two large volume areas, which isn't great for the trading style that I do. I like to have a nice clean profile. Get lots of volume coming in from the buyers here. Don't think there's any news today, but let me just have a quick look. Oh, we actually have FOMC minutes this afternoon. Or this evening if you are in Thailand like me. So it's going to be out of session anyway, so I'm not too concerned, but something to bear in mind. The last candle pre-session was actually coming in pretty heavy in terms of volume. Okay, so we're now sort of sitting at the area where would be good for a reject. We did build lower value yesterday than the previous day, which is Monday. Bloody hell, we're on Wednesday already. Time flies, eh? Let's have a look at my 5-minute chart. Pretty much the same volume profile that I'm looking at. Get rid of this. Yeah, so we're broken out the value area high here. At the minute we're looking pretty bullish, but I am sort of expecting to see some sellers come in here. Let me pin this message. I think I'm on a delay anyway, so I can't really take trades if I take them anyway, honestly. Okay, sellers are starting to come in now. Pretty heavy volume, however, not much result. Not really much to go off right now. Building a little bit of volume at this top area of the 1 minute, just up here. Pretty heavy volume coming in, but price isn't dropping just yet. Okay, now we're starting to come in. Buyers at the top getting absorbed. Aggressive selling. See how this one plays out. Not really looking for anything right now. I want to be pretty strict with my entries today, given I have... Let me actually have a look, because I think I've got $75 of drawdown, so I have basically have one trade on this account. I need a fucking hell of a sniper entry to keep this account on the line. But it's funny because I was actually in this exact same position last week, and then I managed to catch a couple of bangers, made about $1,000 back on the account, and then yeah, yesterday just fucked it. More absorption coming in there. So we can see the buyers at the top coming in quite strong, but looking like they're being absorbed currently, which would make sense given the area that we're in. So what's the lower target? I'd maybe be looking at something like 28,873. Where's that? So it's not actually far off the lower 28,873. Do you know what? I'm not even going to mark it out because I already have a target on that side, which you should be able to see. So this lower target here, yeah, buyers looking to get absorbed pretty heavily at the top here. Very aggressive selling coming in. There's a relatively big amount of buyers sat just below this candle, as you can see on the volume profile. I think if we break that, it's pretty strong for the downside. It may look counterintuitive looking at the 5-minute chart, given how bullish we were this morning. But if you look on the, in fact, let me go to a 15-minute chart. You can see it's pretty much all sellers yesterday. Again, not really a nice profile at the minute, building out. Do you know what I actually think as well? One of the reasons I fucked up yesterday is I didn't stream. And it may sound ridiculous, but I actually find streaming makes me trade better. Because when people are watching, you don't want to fuck it up, you know? You don't want to go on tilt and do stupid shit, which is exactly what I ended up doing yesterday. Oh, I think this song's probably going to get my stream copyrighted, which is not ideal. Okay, stream is running, the recording is running. Let's see how we go. Still a couple of minutes away from the opening range building out. So if you've watched the stream before, you will know I like to wait for the first 15 minutes of New York Open to form. And that gives us the 15-minute opening range. Look at the buyers there. Buyers came in, but not really any result. Let me show you. This candle here, good bit of buy-in, very little movement on price upside. I'm going to take this off. Speed of tape's quite high there for buy side. So this is actually that area I spoke about where I said there is a little bit of buying, a little bit of buying pressure in the area. Let's see what happens when they get to this section here where they're seemingly getting absorbed at the minute. Selling pressure, selling pressure, selling pressure. Pretty aggressive on the buy side here. Let's see if they can push price or if this is going to be an absorption. On the effort chart, it looks like they're pretty strong in the lower area. Okay, I think we're going to get a squeeze up. You will see me place ideas on the chart. Doesn't mean I'm in them. They're just potential ideas, really. So don't assume I'm in a trade just because it's on the screen. Get a quick drink of my electrolytes. Trying to get more electrolytes in me recently because I keep getting a pretty nasty headache when I'm training Muay Thai every day. Well, not every day, but every time I train, which is a couple of times a week. Couple of times a week, mate. Okay, oh, got a big seller coming in at the top here. Let's see if the buyers can push through. There's a little imbalance showing on the effort chart here. Looks like we're building a little bit of value in this leg. We've got another 3 minutes until the open range forms. The reason I wait for the open range, if you know anything about orb trading or open range breakout strategy, it normally tends to set the direction for the day. Okay, buyers seemingly getting absorbed at the top here. Lots of buying pressure coming in, but it's all being absorbed. So this is where you'd be maybe looking for sell back down. Okay, aggressive selling coming in. Very aggressive selling coming in here. Let's see if this buyer gets absorbed. That's a pretty big buyer as well. Yeah, I think sellers are going to take this here. Again, we haven't formed our opening range yet, so not super keen on getting in anything just yet. I'm going to move my to range over a bit. Just get a better idea of what's going on more locally to the current price. Let's get things moved out of the way. We know there's big buyers sitting here in this candle as well. I don't think you can see it very well on the stream, but you'll just have to believe me when I say there's a fat stack of buyers there. But it also looks like we're seeing lack of participation here. So you can see where we've pushed up. Price is going up, but we're not seeing that many buyers here. This actually doesn't look bad for a sell-off. We've got sell effort coming in as well. Pretty heavy sell effort. For the value area high as well. Yeah, I can see this going lower. Given where we are as well on profile framing, I think we could see a sell-off in a second. Get very heavy sell boxes coming in. Let's see if they get rejected here. See if this big buyer gets rejected. That could be a nice idea. Nearly formed our open range. We've got another 20 seconds or so and then we'll have it. Still pretty bullish in terms of structure. I think we might go to take the hourly target above and then sell off potentially. But I mean, from here, a lot of the buying is getting absorbed. There you go, stepping back in now. Looks like the selling's died off. We're starting to see bullish candles with negative volume. So sellers are really trying to push the price down, but it's been met by the buyers. Those sell boxes were also traded through, so big buyers are still in control at the minute. So they're at the level where they were rejected again earlier. Starting to see a bit of an increase in buy volume. Yeah, much more participation at the top here. Break this, we go squeeze. I'm anticipating a little bit of liquidity sat at the hourly high. Maybe just above. The other area for rejection is going to be 537. So let's mark that out. 530. 530. Oh, we're 536, close enough. Oh, actually, it's a little bit higher. It's more like 540. Okay, we'll go there. 540. Buyers still struggling at this level. Again, participation not the highest, but they are seemingly, oh there you go, they're coming back in. They're coming for it. Yeah, there you go, we're getting a lot of volume from the buyers coming in now. This looks like it could be a squeeze. Gonna shorten this to the nearest range. Okay, we've got our opening range now, so let me mark that out. We'll go from this one. Oh shit, one wrong. This one to this one. Volume's starting to settle in on the session now a little bit. Buyers still really struggling at that area. would still sort of see this as a lack of participation from the buy side, really. I think the sellers are going to take over at some point. It's just a matter of when. I think it might be this top level here. It sounds like it is absolutely chucking it down outside. Okay, heavy selling coming in. Heavy selling on this candle. A lot of volume on this candle, but didn't really get anywhere. So that tells me buyers are really starting to get absorbed now. Let's see if we can call the top of the day, like the last few days we've had. Okay, we've already came back down to this level. That actually would not be a bad target. Rejected the opening range high. Sort of liking the idea of a short here. Lots of volume on the sell side, being met with price action as well. So the sellers are starting to get the results that you would expect from such volume. Get a little retrace back up. I think a short looks pretty good from this area. Yeah, we've sort of broken out the opening range, the value area low as well. Yeah, I think that would have been a nice short. Could be the top of the day, this. Don't want to call it too soon, but it's starting to look pretty tempting on the short side. Okay, let's see what we get here. We're going to reject this value area low. So we're starting to break on the 5 minute as well. Yeah, I think this is shorts. Yeah. I'm not sure we're going to get a retracement back up to my entry point here, but if not, then so be it. Let's see what these buyers did that have just stepped in. Okay, you're starting to see some level of retracement now. Let's see if they get rejected at the area where the oh shit. So it's this area, we know there's pretty heavy selling. Okay, let's see what happens here. I'm preparing to enter a short. I want to see what happens here. Also a high delta level for sellers. Quite a lot of buying pressure coming in at the minute. Oh, that's really starting to look like a nice area for shorts. Stops just above the local high. Buyers are trying. It's quite a heavy rejection candle from the open range high on the 5 minute. Looking at the effort chart though, I don't think I'm going to get on this. Yeah, whenever the sellers are coming in, they're coming in pretty heavy. Got to be careful with my entry because as soon as I hit my max drawdown, I'm a goner, and I only have a small portion of drawdown left. So, okay, buyers are trying here. They're not really getting any result, which again goes in favor of the short. Coming back to the area of rejection. This is also now becoming the value area high. Yeah, it's rejecting that same area. I do want to get on this, but like I say, I have to be very careful with the. I have to get a sniper entry here. There's no fucking about today. If I see any reason not to enter, I'm not gonna risk it. Participation from the buyers is starting to dry out as well. I'm expecting a bit of a flush down, honestly. Looking a little bit like a failed breakout here on the 1 minute chart, on the volume profile. Value area, the bottom here, that's sort of our last. Yeah, there you go, there's the flush. It would have been nice if I'd have got the entry here that I wanted. I was a bit too slow on it, honestly. The opening range high reject looked pretty clean. Getting lots of volume to the downside now. I think we flush here. If we don't get on it, we don't get on it. I'm not going to chase it. I want a really nice sniper entry. Honestly, it's the only thing I can take today. It has to be A+. Has to be an A+ setup. It's just not worth me taking anything that's risky at all today. Obviously, trading is risky as it is, but you know. The whole point of trading is to reduce your risk as much as possible. If we do start to flush, if we start to move down, I'll maybe look to get on the move as it goes. So if we see some level of absorption. So even here, the sellers are struggling a little bit. If I take off price and let's just have a look at the delta. So here we are seeing there's a fair bit of buying sitting here. Let's put that there and add price back on. So we know there's buyers sat in that area. Maybe need to use some new colours because there's a lot of green lines on my chart at the minute, and it can get a little confusing. Okay, we're coming back up to the area where we were rejected earlier. A lot of selling pressure at the bottom was rejected here. Yeah, more selling. Yeah, a lot of selling met by buyers at this level. Part of me still thinks we're going to go for the hourly high first before a sell-off. Kind of want to see that get taken. I've got some sellers sat here. That's the area here that we know of. exactly where my entry is, or where I would potentially look for an entry. So I'm using high delta levels to show me where sellers are sitting in the market, or where they have been aggressive previously, because these are normally good areas to get on side with. But at the minute, price is pretty bullish. Let's see, is it going to reject from here again? Okay, looks like we're breaking through. Are we just going to reject it? Buyers coming in pretty hard here. Get absorption here. I really think this goes lower, but like I say, that target is still pretty tempting at the top. Big seller coming in there. Very aggressive selling here. Couple of imbalances. Whoa, deep charts, what are you doing, mate? Seller's trying to protect the level at the top there. Very, very aggressive selling right now. But they're not getting a massive amount of result. It's not to say that they won't flush from here, but I think it's too risky for me to get in right now. Oh, Jesus. Look at the sell-off. Holy moly. They're still being met by buyers though. That's the thing here. Buyers coming back to the same level. I think we're going to break this level of liquidity at the top here. Sellers do keep reloading here though. Honestly, I think it's too hard to say where this is going to go. My gut says down. Down from here. I just don't have the drawdown to be guessing right now. That is starting to look like some nice absorption. But look at the aggression from the sellers. Isn't really getting met with price action. There's a whole lot of volume coming in. Like that's pretty heavy on the sell volume. We've got a delta of 400 on the sell side. Okay, I think sellers are starting to dominate now. The volume's coming in super heavy. Probably would have been a good entry there, but let's see if we get back up to this level. If we get back up to this level, that's looking pretty tempting. And then my stop's going to be just above the high. In terms of the 5 minute though, we're just sort of stalling around this area. It's a sort of value area high to low play at the minute. Like it could just reject. We know there's big buyers at the bottom here, so let's see what happens with them. If we break through there, I think it's a flush. There you go, look at them stepping in there. Let's see if they get absorbed. So buyers are reloading. buyers stepped in heavy there. Sell volume dying out. This is starting to look nice. Crazy sell volume coming in right now. Again, there's this area here that's just a rejection point, so I don't know what's going on with my deep charts, but it keeps deleting my fucking ideas, which is pretty annoying. Yeah, we're just back and forth at the minute. This is not the sort of price action you want to get involved with. Yeah, it really isn't. Really isn't what you want. We are getting quite a lot of sell delta, so I do think if I had to flip a coin, I'd say we'll probably go in short. Short makes more sense to me. Buyers taking over again. Sort of would like to get in on this idea. That would be the ideal scenario. Just ride it all the way down to there. Would be an absolute monster of a trade, but yeah, we need buyers who are stepping in at this level. This is why you have to wait and see what happens at these levels. You could try and play the edges, so long from here, short from the top, blah 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 blah. You know, you could probably catch a couple of R that way. But eventually you're gonna get caught out. But you can take a few R's in between. Why not? But it's just not the way I like to trade this model, honestly. I just find it catches you out more than not. It is something I'm gonna look at developing a strategy around a little bit more though. But at the minute I like the breakouts. I think they're more definitive, they're more obvious. Let's just take away price for a minute. So the levels we marked out before, actually looking a little bit like the areas have changed slightly. So there's more buyers stepping in at the top here. That would be really nice if we could get an entry off of that. But the other thing to consider is that the 5-minute profile is, let me get rid of this quickly. 5-minute profile is a P shape. Now, what I mean by that is this. Oh, that was horrible. Oh, that's horrible. How do I get rid of that? I don't like that at all. But yeah, you can see there's a sort of big bulk at the top, followed by the lower volume at the bottom, which is normally an indicator of higher volume. If you're like a retail, I know we're obviously all, probably anybody watching this is a retail trader, but what I mean is that it's a shape that normally gives more lenience to higher pricing as opposed to lower pricing. But I mean, if you look at all this volume, This is all absorption. Aggressive selling, more aggressive selling, no result. Buyers come in with a little bit of volume, good result. Sellers come in heavy again, no result. Buyers come in with a little bit of volume. So you can see at each side of this value area, there is levels of absorption. Oh, and I've just been talking to you about the completely wrong screen. Yeah, this is what I mean. Selling, good result. Selling sort of keeps coming in here, but not really getting any result. Buyers take over, sort of a bit of a doji candle, and then a little bit of movement from the buyers, and price moves with it. Really is a game of patience today. But eventually one side will lose the battle. And that's when you want to get in. Not right now. I'm going to bring this over to the nearest leg. Okay, very aggressive selling coming in here. Met by buyers. Yeah, all those sellers are absorbed at the bottom here. So sellers are really trying to push this down, but the buyers are just coming in to meet them every time. And it's the same at the top. The sellers are meeting the buyers here. They're not able to push the price higher. Not yet, anyway. Gonna need 5-minute candle to add to the volume profile on 5-minute. Value area still very much the same. Sellers coming in very aggressively now. I think something like this might be a more logical idea. If we get a break and a retest of this value area low, given that we've got so much sell volume. And then what I want to see is buyers get absorbed or really aggressive selling. Okay, so we now have a break of the value area low. I want to see us come up and retest this level. Show that we want to respect it. This is looking good for a short. Okay, we're gonna get it. Seller's aggressive here. Okay, let's see if this buy candle comes up. Okay, that's pretty aggressive selling coming in now. Now I want to see where the next area is, this one here. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get on with this either by the looks of it. No return to the entry point. Price is looking like it wants to go lower. See if we get a reject off this big seller here. Okay, we're gonna get a reject for the area. So we're now retesting the value area low. So now I want to see it start to get aggressive on the sell side from here. If we do, I'll jump in. Those big buyers, are they going to get absorbed? Let's see how this candle closes. Hovering over the sell button right now. If I can see an aggressive seller, that would be nice. I'm locked in right now, so if anyone's chatting, I probably won't see it, but... We're gonna get it. Oh, I'm trying not to... Don't want to adjust anything while I'm waiting for this sell, honestly. Very, very fucking locked in right now. Okay, I'm going to take
order
sell
filled.
there. My stop's going to be above that area there. On my target, we're going to go all the way down to 29, 0.18 ideally. Let's call it that. Okay, I want to see this start to push pretty aggressively. There was an area here where buyers stepped in previously, so I would like them to be rejected ideally. Like, I want to see us cut through that buy zone. Buyers are stepping in a bit here. I want to see sellers come in and attack this area. The last 5-minute candle was very bearish. Lots of absorption at the top. Let's see a flush down. CVD looks pretty good. However, buyers are stepping in. I think my stop's in a logical place. I'm just hoping I don't get MLL'd before we get to it. If we could see some more sell aggression here would be nice. Let's see how we go. Buyers are trying to take this level back. I think we're gonna get stopped here. Fuck.
Order filled.
Okay. Well, that's that countdown, I think. Damn, that was actually like, it was a good setup. There's not really much I can do about that. It's a failed auction. Everything was there. We had aggression from the sellers. We had buyers rejected. We had more sell aggression.
Order filled.
I'm going to try and enter. I'm going to try and enter another cell there. I don't know if it'll even let me because I think this account is blown now. But we just rejected the higher sell area, back at the value area low. Well, I think this account is now gone, unfortunately, so this could just be a fucking wasted effort, really. I'm only $30 below the MLL. Let's see what happens. If this runs now and I lose my account, I'll be fucked off, man. Sellers was super aggressive here. Just looked like they wanted to come up and retest that area. $279 was my entry here.
Order filled.
Yeah, okay. Well, there's my account gone. Okay, that's very unfortunate. Okay, we do have the alpha. I might look to take an execution on there if we fail again, but there's me kicked out of my Top Step account. Sick. Like, I'm not even annoyed at that setup because it literally had everything. The only thing was it was maybe against structure. Like in terms of the 15-minute. But I felt like we were getting a rejection given that the value area, sorry, the opening range high was broken. Yeah, it's pretty annoying, but fuck it. It is what it is. Can't do anything about it, so. Are we going to just go for a breakout of the open range high now? Fuck me, look at the volume coming in from the buyers now. That was a good setup, honestly. Like, everything was in line. Look at the CVD. Everything was in line for that trade. But fuck it, you can't win them all, and sometimes it's just the play of the game. I did say there was some buy volume there, so I'm not exactly surprised. It just didn't seem like there was that much. If I show you on the 5-minute, it's this area here, like exactly where we rejected it. But if you look in terms of, like, it's not that much volume really in terms of some of the other areas. So maybe I should have been more aware of it. Maybe it was just bad luck. I don't think it was a bad trade, to be honest, so I'm not gonna linger over it too much. Like, you're gonna blow through accounts, it's part of the game. part of this fun game we play called trading. If we are going to regain bullish momentum, do I even really want to take a trade higher? The reasons being, we have this level of liquidity here, so we could get rejected from there straight away. So if you were to get along here, get rejected, yeah. So yeah, could have that happen. Yeah, there's a fucking hell of a lot of volume came in there just after I entered that trade, which is, and a lot of sell volume came in as well. It was just, there was obviously a bit of liquidity sat there. Maybe having a heat map would have helped in that situation. But a heat map is just another another screen I need to add, really. At the minute I'm going off 3 screens, but one of those screens I use for... actually, if I remove Top Step completely from my repertoire, then I will actually have a screen for Deep Dom. Let me have a look and see how much Deep Dom is. $33 a month. What's that, 20 quid? It's $400 for a lifetime add-on for Deep Charts. So as long as I have a Deep Charts subscription, I can liquidity bootcamp. Do you know what I'm actually gonna... I guess I could turn off that because it doesn't fucking work. Anyway, I normally try and keep my P&L on the screen, but Top Step, the Top Step screen doesn't really seem to work very well. Just doesn't like it. Might just be in for a bit of a choppy day here. Might just be a choppy session. I think if we break down, ultimately we go probably for that 28,900 level. I think we're just going to chop around in this range for a while. This is where your range bound setup would probably be pretty good, but it's just not the way I like to trade, honestly. But the gist of it is value area high to value area low, value area low to value area high, and so on. So you enter a long position here, below this area that was absorbed, go for that. The problem with it is you only get, you know, maybe a 1R, 2R if you're lucky. And that's if you don't get stopped out first. And that's if you get all the way there. Like you can see on this previous leg, we didn't even get to the value area high. We got almost there, but not quite all the way. Yeah, I mean, look at the effort chart here. It's very choppy. I wonder, oh, this was VWAP as well. Okay. So now we're above VWAP. Above VWAP here. Maybe longs was the answer. Maybe doesn't get you paid, so oi oi oi. I can't even see what my entry was on that fucking trade because it's kicked me out. I wonder if I can see it on the dashboard. Yep, $600 to reactivate that account. Fuck off, mate. It cost me like 150 quid to get the account. Oh, I can't even look at that account. That's fucking shit. Okay, well, not much I can do about that right now. Let's get rid of that. Oh, why have I got this aircon on? It's too hot, man. It's cooking. Oh, did I delete that? Or did deepcharts delete that? I think it was actually more like there, honestly. So there was actually a gex at that level where I got stopped out, so Hmm. Let me. Apparently, Trump's talking. I might call us a day here, to be honest, because its price is just chopping around, honestly. Maybe FOMC minute days is another day I need to add to my list of days to fuck off and go do something else. Yes. I think that's a funny example of exactly what I was talking about as to why I don't take the edge plays. I mean, the value area isn't really within that within the blue segment now. If I'm looking at it from an objective perspective, it's more like here. So it looks like we're reapproaching. There was actually a Gex level that we're just about to tap. So if you were playing the edges, I'd maybe go something like that. Actually give you a better RR now. But given the, yeah, I'd maybe go something like that. Take a 4R out of it and fuck off. Aggressive buying coming in. I swear this song's been on for like fucking 45 minutes. What? Just somebody else's remix of it. This would be funny if this actually plays out though. Where was it? About there. I'm sort of look at it go, fuck me. Yeah, value area lows, around about this sort of area now. It is interesting when you have a range day like this, you know, how you could play it. I just think I need to look into it a bit more before I actually start executing on it. Like, I know with my expansion setup exactly what I'm looking for, and the trade I took earlier, it was a perfect setup, honestly. There was everything I needed. Maybe the fact there's FOMC minutes later today possibly went against me. So it's made it a little bit more choppy potentially. But the actual model criteria was there, so I'm not annoyed at the trade I took. It was a legitimate trade for my entry model. What's the volume saying? Pretty standard at the minute. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to end the stream in a second because I don't think we're really going to get much action from here. It's quite a big buyer sat here. Get a tap onto that. Tap on that and go higher. There's the tap. There's the tap. Sell delta though, still fucking loads of sell delta coming in. I still feel like that level I marked out earlier is probably the one we're gonna go for. Big buyer stepping in again here. Aggressive selling, but not really any result. Sellers in there, absorbed. More sellers coming in. Lots of sellers, but buyers taking it. That there would have been your edges setup. Probably be break even by here. Just get break even on it straight away. Yeah, there's a lot of selling coming in, but no result at all. Okay, you'd be out there probably. We're gonna get a breakdown. Where did I have that? Up here somewhere? It's super fucking choppy at the minute. Lots of buyers protecting this level. So this is absorption. Lots of selling coming in, but no result. I think that actually would have been a good buy there. Like I say, it probably would have been break even on it anyway, but I'm gonna go back in here. Not now, obviously. Not now, obviously. It's whether you want to try and fight the sell aggression. But it is getting absorbed seemingly. But then you look at the effort chart and we're at the value area high, so nothing super clear. So is it FOMC next week then? Sunday, Monday. What's going on Monday? Nothing on Monday. Tuesday, got news, CPI, PPI Wednesday, unemployment. It might actually start to get the breakdown here. So we're breaking down of that GEX level. I think this is probably where we actually get the legitimate flush from now. Yeah, Fucking loads of selling coming in. If I was looking to take it, it'd be something like that. Let's have a... We'll stay locked in for another couple of minutes, and then I am ending the stream, which I've said about 4 times now, but, but we're still here, we're still watching. There's a shift candle, which isn't really good. Lots of imbalances at the bottom here. Aggressive selling coming in there. This looks like another failed auction lower, honestly. Not actually broken the 5-minute low either, so yeah, do you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna call it a day there. I can't be arsed watching this anymore. So actually are actually breaking the 5-minute low as well now. Just come up and retest this on the 5-minute, might look nice. This is the breakdown I was expecting, honestly. Called it previously. Maybe we were just a bit early. Sellers are coming in fucking hard here. I want to see a little return up to here. Yeah, lots of selling at the bottom. Big seller there, looks like it was met by buyers though. This might be worth a little stab. I need to see it come back up to this area though. I can't get on this now. Let's see if we get a little rejection up. But that 5-minute candle is looking pretty bearish. We're definitely below the value area low now. We're getting high sell delta percentage. Or are we just gonna chop about? That's where my stops would be. Lots of selling here going on. Seconds till the 5-minute candle closes. I think we might just flush from here, honestly. But my RR here is not great, so I need it to come back. And if it just starts running, I'm done for the day. But this is basically the move that I wanted. Seller's getting super aggressive here. Being met by buyers. I think it's going to run. Building a little value area here as well. Could I do something like that maybe? Yeah, I think we're just going to run from here. This is the entry I want. Aggressive seller there. Buyer's trying to meet it. That seller at the bottom looks like it might just be getting absorbed. Buyers look like they're coming in a bit now. If we get back to this value area on the 5-minute, that's looking pretty good. Good RR on it as well. Also the value area high on this move. Buyers coming in pretty aggressively now. Let's see. It's more so this level, I think. I think I pretty much called that top of the day as well, but the thing with trading is sometimes you just can't get on the move that you want. Like, you can sit and call the move all day, but it doesn't really matter if you can't get on it. guys are still pretty aggressive here. There's quite a bit of buy effort in the area. Okay, well, that's that idea gone. Quite nicely. Oh, fuck me. Break of the value area, the opening range low as well, so I would have expected it to run lower. Maybe it's just testing this area. I'm gonna call it a day there. It's very choppy. I don't like the way prices moving. Apparently Trump is talking as well. Oh, lovely. Trump's trying to take over Carg Island. No idea where the fuck that is. But right, I'm calling it a day. Ciao, ciao. I will catch you probably tomorrow.